Dalton Schultz called it a zoo last year. All the chaotic stuff that goes on with the owner and Jerry Jones, and now you got Coach McCarthy talking about he's getting sick and tired of Jerry running his mouth. Did you look at did you say, "Oh man, I'm getting ready to go into a mess"?
Nah, man, because I remember I was coming off an injury, so for my process, I was just like, man, who wants me? I'm damn as good as, you know what I'm saying? Who wants me? And whatever team wants me, I'm willing to go there, and I'm going to show them I'm still the player that I was. And when Dallas had called me, like, honestly, brother, I never been to Texas. I didn't know what to expect coming down here. And you hear all the stories, and you obviously on ESPN and all the stuff that they say about Dallas and all that, but I'm
Hey
always
man, I ain't on ESPN. I'm on Fox Sports One.
no,
Man, what's wrong with you?
I'm saying in general, like you see it on ESPN all the time, how the Dallas Cowboys, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, man, I really didn't care about that. I'm like, I'm just going there, as a job, like whether it's a circus or whatever the case may be. Like, that's not nothing concerning me. My job is to go in here, play football, lift weights, and then go home.
Is
like
it a circus though at times? Do you think it's a circus at times? Be honest with me though. Because when I played there, I thought at times it could have been a little bit of a, it's not a circus, but it's unnecessary extra fire, for people to criticize.
I mean, for some people, I honestly like it though. Me personally, because I'm like, if you perform and you doing what you're supposed to do, you only gonna get brought up higher with it. Like the people are gonna love you more. So I don't look at it as that, because I'm not no guy that, a knucklehead and off the field or anything like that. I don't involve myself in stuff like that. So I looked at it as an opportunity that I can only, make my brand better, and like you said, be playing under the historics of the Dallas Cowboys. Because obviously, like you hear these teams, like I said, I'm from Pittsburgh, so when Mike T, they had brought me and talked to me, but he already pretty much told me like that he probably wasn't gonna get me. He just was bringing me in and chopping it up about life, and just being able to go in there and sit in front of him and knowing the historics and the stuff that the Steelers done as an organization, and being able to be even thought of in that way, like you're able to come here and play. Like I just looked at it as it was a blessing, so I didn't care about the circus or whatever Dallas going on. I'm like, I'm coming to play for the Dallas Cowboys that everybody talks about. So it's a blessing for me. I don't give a damn about the circus stuff.
I know we got to let you run, but I'm going to ask you this last question, and don't be giving me no bullshit. I don't talk about people's money and all that. Who should they pay first, man? Who should they pay? You got 3-4 dudes out there. You got Zach Martin. You got CeeDee Lamb. You got Micah Parsons. You got Dak Prescott. Who should they address, like, right before training camp? All of them should get their money, but who should go first?
Okay, so all of them should get their money thing. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this now. Micah should be. Micah, he shouldn't be yet. I wouldn't put Micah yet. I feel like Micah. I feel like we still got a lot to prove. Micah still has a lot to prove. Like he's done a great job his first couple years in the league. Don't get me wrong. He's a fantastic player, but I feel like Micah still has a surface that he don't even know that he can scratch as far as what he's doing. So I would say Micah. I would say Micah's last, just for that reason. And I'll probably say Zach Martin would be after Micah, for the simple fact of, like, Zach, he's done what he's done in the league, and he is who he is. Like, he's gonna be there. I would probably say CeeDee first. Let me just go there. I'll probably say CeeDee.
Receivers gotta get paid for sure.
I would say CeeDee, and then I mean you got to look at what's going on around the league right now. Like all these big time receivers are getting paid, and in my mind, like CeeDee, I'm not saying he's better than these guys, but I feel like he has shown up in certain situations more than these guys have, in my personal opinion. I just feel like he does. Like, you got to think of all the backlash the Dallas Cowboys get all day. There might be a game where, just not his fault. He might not get the ball thrown as much to him. But even when he does get the ball thrown to him, it's always a big play. It's always something that's electrifying for us as a team. But then you look at these teams like no disrespect to Justin Jefferson, because he's a great player too. He's in Minnesota, and they're not having a winning record. So I like putting the record and stuff in this too. So I feel like CeeDee should be paid first for the simple fact of what he does for us, how valuable he is for us, the leader he is for us as a team. Like CeeDee's one of those guys. Like if he's playing that game and he's lining up, you know it's going to be a long game for Everest Garden, regardless of what we got going on, whether the offense is intact or not. He's going to go out there and he's going to make somebody be aware of what he's doing.
So you go CeeDee. So you'll go CeeDee 1.
I'll go CeeDee 1. You can interchange Zach and Dak at 2 for other reasons. You can interchange both of them, I feel like. And then, like I said,
so you rather pay an offensive lineman than the quarterback?
Yeah, I feel like because of the simple fact of when Zach Martin ain't out there, you see how it is for him. Like it's rough because not only just for his performance, that confidence for guys around him. Zach Martin gives a lot of those offensive guys confidence to go out there and be able to perform how they do. Little do a lot of people know, like, yeah, they're great, but when Zach Martin's out there, it's a different type of confidence. Like, I know he's going to do his job. I know he's going to do everything to a T to make sure that he's protecting Dak. And I'm not saying other guys isn't. I'm not saying that, but I just feel like guys like that, Zach Martin, those guys like you, man. Once you got those guys and you know you line up with them guys, man, that's a dog like that. Like it gives you that much more confidence. Even me as a defensive player, like I love lining up and we're about to come out the tunnel and I see Zach Martin right there because I know it's going to be a long day for whoever's across from him. I'm not saying like he's going to go out there and he's going to be, you know, the reason why we win or lose the game, but he's going to be a big reason to why a lot of the good happens. I'll tell you that. You that. Like whether it be a broken play, he saves a lot of broken plays just off of the knowledge, and that's why I say him and Dak too, because I feel like Dak doesn't get enough credit for what he does too, because Dak is a good reason to why the offense is successful, not just because he throws the ball, the way Dak studies, because Dak is very smart. A lot of the stuff Dak does is because of how he studies. Like yeah, he's gifted and stuff, but Dak's a very smart player. The way he goes about his business, like Dak doesn't bother nobody, and just the stuff that he's been through as a leader, you know. Losing his mom and you know his brother and stuff like that, and still being able to come out there and lead these guys as you're going through these trials and tribulations and stuff like that. Like that's a hard thing to do. I can honestly speak for myself. Like I've dealt with you know being in the league and having to go out there and play with a deaf and stuff like that, and you don't feel your best. You really don't even feel like playing. So as a quarterback, you got no choice. You got no choice, and he's going out there and doing it at a high level. You know, so. I got high praise for Dak too, but I say CeeDee. I put probably Dak second. I'll put Zach, and then Micah got weight, man. You still young dog, man.
No, I fuck with Dak though. I like Dak. A lot of people don't like him. Me, he's one of my top 5-6 quarterbacks in the league. I don't give a damn what nobody say because I played with 18 different QBs, so I know what they look like. You can't fool me and just. You can't give me a bunch of pump fake. I know what it is. So I know how hard the position is.
Do you think CeeDee is a top 5 receiver then? If you think that, yeah,
100%.
Yeah, bro. I was about to say, yeah.
Man, Keyshawn, you played with me. I coach you in 7-on-7. I can put you in any position to make plays, and I can get you 90 catches tomorrow if I wanted to. That's easy. Some dudes in the league, they scheme them to get open. They ain't just beating dudes. They scheming them to get open.
I'm already knowing.
Picking and they rubbing and they doing all type of trick, you know, eye candy. They ain't just lining up on the outside edge of the numbers and whooping your ass. They make it sound like they are, but that ain't really the case.
Yeah,
if I motion you across the formation and stack you behind somebody and Malik is coming over and then I give you a two-way go to come back underneath, and he think you running to the flat while the dude pick you off, and he run wide open going back across the goddamn field on in man-to-man coverage, and you beat
not on the corner,
It ain't on Malik. It's the scheme.
Exactly. It's literally just what it is,
I can turn you into anything I want to, trust me.
Yeah, like, hey. I'm glad you just said that because that separates the conversation that we was talking about earlier about, you know, the top 5 receivers and stuff like that. Like, pay attention to a lot of the guys that, I mean, even with the stats, like they're performing, pay attention to a lot of the guys where they're lining up at, how they're running their routes and stuff like that. Like, a lot of these guys ain't playing in the slot. A lot of these guys ain't playing outside, getting one-on-one coverage and winning their matchup. They're either catching the screen and running for yards after catch. They're, you know, stuff like a double reverse and stuff like that. If you watch CeeDee Lamb every week, he's lining up at every position. And
every position.
Yeah, that's what I have noticed. He's a slot guy, outside X, Y, Z.
Yeah, he got to play. He play everything. Play everything. That's why I like him. Hey, man, I know you got to run, Malik, and we're going to get you out of here. I appreciate you for joining us on All Facts, No Breaks, man. You more than welcome to come on anytime. Obviously, we're going to reach back out to you when the season starts, when you get about 6 picks in about 7 games. So
Jerry's World, man. We got to pull up.
Oh, no, man. I appreciate y'all for having me on there. Like I said, I've always been a big fan. I remember when you came to Ohio State, too, on the visit and everything. We always out there. So, man, I've always been a fan of you guys. So I appreciate y'all for having me on here today, bro.
See, we got fanboys, Keyshawn. See, told you.
Yeah, man.
I'm a fan of him, man.
I'm messing with you, man.
We absolutely hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more from us, hit that subscribe button for all videos, full episodes, and exclusive content from the show. And don't forget to find All Facts, No Breaks on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.